Welcome to the Marty Mindset. I'm your host, Marty Perrone, and today I'm going to share with you my own routine and how I built it. So you're going to build yourself a list. You need to get yourself a sheet of paper and a pen. And what you're going to do is you're going to write down the things that you cannot live without. The things that need to be done. You have to work, you have to sleep, you have to eat. These are the ones you need to put down first. And after that, that's where you start building your plan for success. The next thing are chores. We need to clean our clothes. We have no choice. We can't be stinky. We won't be popular. Taking care of the kids, giving them baths, whatever you need to do, put it on that list. Once you've got everything written down, you put down the amount of time that everything needs to be done in. Now it's going to take a little bit of thinking because most of us aren't used to breaking things down in time. We're just going to do things as we need to do them. Therefore, put your list together and then write beside it how much time you need for each. For example, sleep. Most people need to have 8 hours. Some people can live on less. It depends on you. It depends what your body needs. Food. I usually put meals down for 40 minutes apiece. That way it gives me time to prepare everything and then eat. I am a fast eater, but depending on that person, you might need a little bit more time. If you find yourself that you've got too many things to do, then you need to separate it within days. If you can't do everything in 24 hours, well then you got to separate everything within 2 days. For example, for myself, my list goes like this. 5 a.m. I get up every single morning and I start doing my self-betterment, self-improvement for 1 hour. Right after that, I'm a little bit more awake. I do my workout. That's 1 hour. After my workout, I start right away on writing a script for my next video. And then I record everything, as you're seeing me right now. After that, I edit. But I couldn't do all that in 1 day. Therefore, I separated in 2 days. What took me the time to film and write takes the same amount of time to edit. Then everything else falls into place. I need to take care of chores. I also need to study because I'm building a business of my own. Therefore, I need to know exactly how everything works. But what I really find important is that in every day, I give myself at least half an hour to just sit down and relax. A little time for myself. Now, I got it all down. Every day is scheduled. And I'll admit it to you, it's not easy at first. We're used to doing what we want when we want. Now what you're doing is you're giving yourself a little mom or dad behind you, tapping you on the shoulder, reminding you that if you're going to build something, if you're going to create success for yourself, you need to do what needs to be done. Now that list is going to be different for everybody, depending if you work, if you don't work, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a stay-at-home dad, if you work 12 hours a day, if you work 8 hours a day, all depending how your life is. This is how your list is going to go, and depending on what you want to hit as well. What's your goal? What are you trying to build? Now some of you might be thinking, all right, Marty, that's all nice and dandy, and I understand the principle behind it, but come on, we've all got a life. We all have things to do. What about family time? What about cutting the grass? What about this? What about that? What about going out with friends? What about? And that's what I answer. What about it? You see, you're entering a huge decision in your life. You're going to change your life completely because you've proven to yourself up to now that what you're doing right now isn't working. So you've got a decision to take, and I'm going to have a question for you. But first, I want to tell you a story. I need you to close your eyes and imagine this. See yourself on the edge of a great river. Its current is extremely fast. As you admire its strength and beauty, you miscalculate your step and fall inside it. Now the current pulls you right snap dab in the middle of it. We're talking about 100 meters each side. So from 1 second to the next, you're battling for your life. You notice that you have just enough strength in order to keep your head up above water, just long enough so you can take a little bit of a breath. Just enough for the water to push you right back down where you gotta fight yourself back up again. But how long can you last like that? Can you battle these waves for eternity? Of course not. No one can. That means that you need to battle this strength of this raging river in order to reach the shore. But realizing that that huge amount of strength asked from you will only need to be given for a little short time. And if you did it, the prize would be life. So my suggestion to you, as I do for myself and every other person who's successful today, take the time to improve yourself every single day. At least 1 hour. At least 1 hour. Once you've got that down, now you start building what you need to do in order to become successful. Now if you're trying to lose weight, you need to exercise. You need to do some aerobics. You need to stretch. These are all times you need to put in there. Every ounce of strength that you have within you to take on that hardest thing in the world that you couldn't even imagine, that will try to push you down for all it's got for a short while in order to have a successful and completely free life. And that's where you need to go deep inside of you and ask yourself that question. The fact that you've been following me up to now and have watched every episode up to this very moment proves to me that you're not a drowner. Now looking back at the schedule, I list it in 3 different ways, in 3 different groups. There's the work week, Saturday and Sunday. Now depending on your life, that's where you're going to decide which day is going to go for what. And that all depends on you. Myself, I give everything I've got during the week, weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I give myself completely to this. It depends on your comfort zone. But I'm going to tell you this much. If you're going to put it all, full bore, first shot, right in, and not quit, no matter how much it hurts, no matter how hard it is, and not give up, you will be able to benefit from all this a lot sooner than if you're taking your time. Any person who's hit success will tell you these very words, every single one of them. You cannot hit your goals on minutes. It's within hours. You have to bank in the hours. You have to put in the time needed, and then more time, and then more time. That's the only way you're going to hit a goal. Some people will work up to 16-hour days. It might sound crazy, it might sound preposterous, but that's what they're ready to do. Now Marty, where do I find time? My day's full. No, it's not. There's time everywhere. Where do you take your breaks? Even at work, lunchtime, you get at least half an hour. Some people even get an hour. Build, write, read, watch. Those are the times that you can grab on and do what you need in order to build that goal of yours. But at the end of the day, Marty, I'm drained. There is just not 1 ounce of energy left within me. How do I keep working? How badly do you want it? If I was to throw you into that river at the very end of the day, dead, out of energy, I can guarantee you that you would find the strength needed in order to get yourself out of it. Tell yourself that your life depends on this. You want to spend the rest of your life living somebody else's dream? Or do you want to live your own dream? You keep following those steps, I will guarantee you success in every goal that you set. Now I want to thank you for watching. And in the next video, what you're going to learn about is this famous question that many people will ask. How long does it take? How much time do I need to put in? As well, I'm going to share with you the importance of a cheering section and how this can help you soar through every goal and dream that you've ever come up with. And this is Marty Perrone reminding you to keep building your mindset and releasing that potential of yours.